This is the INO podcast where we're all about healthy debate, honest conversation, and talking beer junk. Information, knowledge, observation. This is the INO podcast, INO, information, knowledge, observation. Also, I know nothing, big up on my like coffee.
That's me.
Romar.
Yo.
That I can hear that thing.
Sure way.
Gabby is here for the first time and not the last. We have our guest that I'm bringing on soon, and we have a gentleman named Joanza here. Randomly, but I may want his opinion too. Anyway, what's going on? You good?
Yeah, man.
Cool, great. Anyway, right. Before we go on, when you're still in watching the Pulse Radio Show on YouTube and when you're listening to it, Bennett live on Hot 95.3, please support because I'm on it and we need people to listen so that we get more sponsors. So yeah.
Also, big up Green Shanty Productions. That's our studio tech, Romar's business. So if you want any jingles, any beats, any song mixes and mastered, just the link about here. Right, Romar, is little area. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just want to point now.
Yeah. I actually wanted to do point. You get to it first. But yeah. Anyway, the Pulse Radio Show is going to be good this week.
Forget Green Shanty. We're still on those.
we got Wesley Wallace. We're gonna have his first interview since he did The Voice. Also, we got Chris RK, who hit I think 1 million views on a video last week.
Wow.
Yeah, for your questions thing. Some like questions I know though. Some answers to the questions.
Oh.
Wait, what's that? He was asking.
I see one with he asked a man, where is your uterus located?
That's funny as hell. But yeah, right. But okay, before we bring on our guests, right? I have something to ask you, man. You realize that we at that age now when like we separated into like two different groups: the people that look like 26 and people that look like 46.
Yeah.
Are you you ever see so many people that look old that you start questioning how old you look?
Me, like, anytime my dad tells me I look old, I just, like, feel it with him. He's like, I put moisturizer on my face today because of that, be like,
Big man,
I can't work with that.
I just want to drink more water, B. I see a girl that looked like her 50th birthday was last year, B.
How are they doing that?
I was like, what the hell, like
people really here that's living different lives, B.
I mean, and I know that, you're supposed to not really say anything about people if they're happy, right? Because that's just how things are, right? If they're happy, don't say anything. But at what point do you say, well, like...
You look stink, change. At
what point do you say, listen, you're aging like a white woman, do something about it, please? Like right? Like, honestly, like, I don't know. I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, how old I look? How old I look to you, Gabby?
Honest opinion?
Yeah.
30.
I look like 30?
And me?
35.
What?
You look older than me for sure, though.
Yeah, I look older than you because I got facial hair. Well, not facial hair, here on the whole.
Oh, you mean here on your head? Locks make you older? Make you look older?
I find it.
I would say so.
When you shave hair, you can look a child, B. That's a general thing.
Honestly, I feel like Romar looked the same way as he did at school. I could be wrong, but Romar looked the same exact way.
I would disagree. Especially when he sent pictures in the group the other day, I would disagree.
Nah,
when Romar had flat hair, he looked older than when he... That way, see the picture. When Romar had flat hair, he looked older than when he had... No, I mean the pictures he sent. You know me wrong.
I would say that Romar looks... If anything, Romar looks his age.
Romar looks 32. That was a little joke there.
But yeah, he look... To me, he look... But I've seen some people, big man, that look crazy old. Like... In 10 years, I know they'll be dead.
Old. Like, who hurt them start old?
But
no, I got gray hairs, B.
Would you? Oh, no, that's a good set.
Dog.
Nah, you gotta start doing that.
I mean, yeah, I gotta do that to do it, but like, when you're talking to somebody short, I legit be self-conscious telling myself, this woman looking at my beard all over.
What the hell, nah, boy. So I
want to start wearing dress for men.
I actually trying to start a skincare routine, and I start using my mother's shea butter on my hair. I I just want to do
that's part of your skin routine.
I want to go hair, skin, all these things.
That's good though. That's good. Do you think, B?
I know. Anyway, and then I had something else, man, that I was thinking about over the last few days. You think that I tell you about the woman the South African woman that she got in trouble with the law, and the police came and she called the police what is equivalent to the N-word in South Africa.
Yeah.
She called them that about 48 times, right?
48, which is a little more than.
So during apartheid, there was a word that was said to like the other group.
You remember the word yet?
Nah, I don't know. It's a South African word. And she said this word.
What language is it? I thought English was speaking in South Africa.
I don't think that's the only one though.
Okay.
But she said this word 48 times, and they put her in jail for 3 years. I don't got an issue with that, B.
But you gotta realize that in some countries, hate crimes are
hate speech.
Hate
speech
is a punishable offense by law. That is the reality of it.
I don't feel it should be though.
It shouldn't. You just feel you should be able to say what you want to say.
Yeah, because who defines what hate speech is?
So is harassment harassment be a punishable offense to you?
I think if you are inciting violence, then yes.
So you're a stick, so bones could break my bones kind of guy, but you can say whatever you want.
I think people should be allowed to say whatever they should have the right to say whatever they want, but of course that comes with, social consequences. Right? Not all things, I'm not saying that all things are like have the same way of like being good, but I'm saying that as soon as you start impeding people's free speech, that is a threat to free speech everywhere. Because I feel like, no, but hold on. If I say the government is still like a small group of people. If they dictate what you and I are allowed to say, that is a huge issue. Because what if they then define hate speech based on what they think could affect them? Then we can't speak out against the government. Now that's like an extreme example.
So wait, I have to cut you to answer this question. Does the fact that it was a police, don't you think that also weighs in?
It shouldn't though.
It should not. You should be able to curse policemen freely.
Like, man, I've heard people curse police, like why? Like, I don't see the issue with cursing police.
I don't know. I'm basing this 100% on my knowledge of GTA. If you kill a policeman, isn't that like a worse offense than if you kill a citizen? I don't know.
But killing a police, yeah, but I mean, words are not the same as like hitting somebody.
But a threat is though.
No, a threat, yeah, but if I just say about like cracker ass police over there.
Not in Barbados.
Not in Barbados. It's not that one policeman. But if I say like, look at that cracker ass police over there.
Does he exist? I've never seen him. That one white.
They got one white policeman that I hear.
Have you ever? Thank you. I've never. This man is not. That is not real. Be that just a rumor started.
Oh, but if it was in states, and I think we should be able to say a cracker ass policeman without getting. Find some kind of foolish.
I feel, but you can't comparing cracker to the N word is not nearly the same.
No. But I'm saying, okay, for example,
if you tell me that you call a white person look at a policeman and was like, "You nigger ass police," that is a completely different scenario than somebody walking to a white policeman calling him a cracker.
Oh, let me put it this way then. In Canada, is an offense to call someone by the wrong gender, and that person has the right to say what their gender is. So if I say that you're a him, right, but you prefer to be called something made up like Zer, and I do not call you Zer, right? If I don't call you Zer, I can get fined for that, and that is impeding on free speech simply because of what you.
But I get that you should be allowed to say whatever you want to say. I can understand that argument. At the same time, I don't want people to just be like, "Oh boy, please throwing around hurtful words."
And they shouldn't.
Words.
And they shouldn't.
So that is why they're Marcus. If you told me that woman said the N word, the word twice, I would say, "Nah, that's garbage." The woman called the man whatever she called the man 48 times.
So then, what's the amount? What's the amount that you can say before you go?
I'm not saying there's an actual amount. The word is kafir.
Yeah. Yeah,
kafir.
Yeah, kafir. Yeah.
I feel like that's close to my name, so I feel it's alright to be quite honest.
What is your name?
I thought me boy born my friend. Anyways, if I look at you and I was like, "You a faggot," once. That's bare jump, but
it is wrong.
That's bare jump, but that's once. If I look at you and in the span of this podcast, I call you a faggot 48 times, Marcus. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I deserve something, B.
Against the law to call me somebody 48 times?
Clearly, I'm not 3 years in jail. But clearly, I ain't really understanding that why doing wrong, A, or B. I know why doing wrong, and I'm purposely doing it.
I don't know. I don't think that. I don't think people should be put in jail for that. Of course, it's wrong. It is definitely wrong if you're using any kind of racial slurs, but No, put some boy in jail.
I don't know if y'all heard in England. This is related. A guy played a prank on his girlfriend.
Oh, shit, I heard about that,
yeah. Yeah, he trained her pug to do the hill thing.
You mean Nazi?
The Nazi salute thing. Whenever he watched like certain from Nazi propaganda videos, which like the joke was his girlfriend. Like they play pranks on each other, and the joke was this her favorite dog. This dog is cute. Was the most disgusting thing that it could be a Nazi, and he got arrested.
Right, and you saw the pug doing it though.
Yeah, it was so
hilarious.
Funny. I think like my eyes are so wide right now. I think that was retarded. It was a clear joke, and that one intention is where I would draw the line. That woman clearly hated this policeman for his color. I was displaying that, and that ain't right. I ain't saying 3 years. Fine for sure.
The lines for that could get very cloudy though. If you simply going off of like how it looked, how you think it seemed like what her intentions were, because she could
think it seemed me.
If she could easily argue. Okay, the situation was, I think somebody stole something from her. She called the police. When the police came, because they weren't moving as quickly as she wanted, she called them a kafir or whatever enough times. So she could easily be in court now and say that because it was a heated moment, she wasn't thinking straight. Something just happened that was traumatic to her, so she just started yelling words. Simply, that's it.
Mark, when
you could argue that.
Yell the same word 48 times. 48. Furthermore, who started counting when?
Yeah, it was probably videotape.
Okay, you don't. When you upset Marcus, you might call somebody a bulla once or twice. You're not upset at calling someone something 48 times. You need to really focus on how much that number is.
Yeah, if you focus on a number, then you gotta say what is the limit to that before it becomes a criminal offense. And then
5, if you want numbers so bad.
5 ain't nothing. And then also so then 4 isn't a criminal offense.
I don't think we said any word in the last 15 minutes 5 times yet.
Yeah, but nothing traumatizing happened to us.
What do you say when you are traumatized? I'm very confused.
I don't know. You say things that you act different. You act out of character.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Have you ever seen someone traumatized and heard them say a particular word or unreasonable amount of times?
People react differently, but people overreact.
In your 26 years of existence, Marcus, have you ever seen someone in fiction, in real life, says a word so often when they're upset, they was like, oh, that person just upset? 48, not 48, 20 times that you made note of. That person said a word.
Okay, let me put it this way. I've seen hours go by that something happened, that people behaved erratically. And then they regretted it after.
I am not saying don't behave erratically. I'm not saying don't have an experience and react. I am saying if you have an experience and you're reacting, and you say a word 48 times, Marcus.
Sorry, but I'm saying under the guise of like intention, she could easily argue that in court. Easily. That because of a traumatic experience, she is a victim of a traumatic experience. That is her overreacting to the experience. Okay. But
I'm asking you, how easy can you argue that you can defend yourself for saying the N-word 48 times? Why is that defense?
Are you giving hypotheticals? And I don't know. I don't know.
Hypothetical though?
But you said the hypothetical is if I say the N-word.
But you were saying she can easily defend it. How can you easily defend something and you have no idea what the defense is? That's not very easy, is it?
What?
You just said she can easily defend it. Therefore, you think there is some defense she can bring. What defense can she possibly bring? It's easy. According to this, is easy.
What's easy is that she was a victim of, I think, a violent crime, right? The police came. They're not acting like as quickly as she wants them to. She's not overreacting. She's a victim of a crime. People that are victims have traumatic experiences.
She could just plead temporary insanity. That's what you're saying?
She could plead multiple things. I've heard people plead less, big man, and do more shit, right? I've seen people be victims of crimes and then they get away with certain things simply because they say they weren't thinking straight. As you say, temporary insanity, blah, blah, blah. The point I'm making is, it is hard to draw a baseline of what is, for example, hate speech, one, and two, if you impede free speech in one way, right, and you allow the government to have that control over the things that you say, right, then they can just go on the whim and say certain things that I don't like.
Okay.
I could ban.
You just said that it's hard to define hate speech, correct?
Right.
Marcus, whilst that might be true, if someone says nigger 48 times, in what context could that not be hate speech?
My nigga, my nigga, my nigga.
That's a very good example.
No, but B words.
very good
Well, listen.
All right, let me rephrase it.
Wait.
You think it's okay for white people to sing the word nigga? Just sidebar, quick sidebar. Should Lil Dicky be able to say nigga?
Honestly, okay. Let me put it this way. I think white people can quote someone that said nigger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that extends to songs, but if I say that, if a white man says, well, you know, Richard called a man a nigger the other day. If he said that, right? I don't think that's him saying like nigger, like, because words mean things and context is more important than the word itself, in my opinion.
Which is true, right? But that is a context where you could easily say the N word and no one will be detained. I'm telling you, man, like I can't think of it. In a news report, you wouldn't say a nigger and you're quoting.
We don't, but we don't really talk that we have in the news report.
But we are also not white, so we are not going on the word. Not
okay, but okay. Do you think that white people cannot sing the word nigga?
I think that like if you sing in a song and that's a lyric and you hype because you're thinking it. When a song playing in your head, you thinking it.
Right.
And like every say I don't know. What's the song going nigga? All gonna slip in me right
my
now.
Nigga, my nigga, my nigga.
Right. You are whoever sings that concert and you get hype and you white and you like motherfucking nigga. And like oh shoot that's barefoot. I don't say N word. That's cool. Like I understand that slip.
Oh, so it's a slip. You don't mind slips, but you might.
But if you're going out your way and you are the same concert, and you
I dealing with
all
broke
black
niggas.
people.
I dealing with broke niggas.
No.
Have you ever doing that? B?
No, that's puppy.
You think so? I don't know.
I forget what I bring at this point.
Anyway.
Right, we
was talking. Yeah. Let me move on. Okay, so the guest that I brought on today is somebody that I knew first from arts, and she's doing, I think it's her thesis. Is thesis right? Thesis on, I think it's Caribbean masculinity, right? In psychology, right? I don't know.
This is a guest, or she just
I don't know what she's here, right? Yeah, on Caribbean masculinity in psychology, and I wanted to talk to her about it because I had a few things on my mind about that, feminism and thing, and also she happens to be one of my favorite singers in Barbados. I never told you that, but yeah, I thought so since I saw you perform at Avenue or before that. Anyway, without further ado, Kamilah, we're back. Okay, Kamilah, hi.
Hi.
So I was just gonna. Anyway, okay, where do we start? Introduce you already. What else you gotta say about yourself? You gotta say anything about yourself, about who you are and whatever? Photographer?
Really. I'm a photographer.
Right? Photographer and singer, and you're doing psychology. I did psychology.
Yeah.
And you're doing focus groups on Caribbean masculinity, right?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what the focus groups like entail, whatever.
Well, basically, they were kind of like mini focus groups. So one was with 5 people and one was with 9. And because I am not like a doctor or professor yet or any of those things, what basically has to happen in our thesis is that you have to use an instrument that has been used before. So people who are scholars in the field and stuff like that, they create a lot of different things. Now there's something called attitudes towards women scale, which kind of measures male perceptions of women and how they view women in society at any given point. I use the short version because the long version is very, 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 very long. So I use the short version, which is 25 questions, and then I use another questionnaire style stuff, and I kind of pick and choose like the questions I want from that one.
So why did you choose to do this?
I chose to do it because part of it was because of this perception I know that people have of me as always focusing a lot of what I do and a lot of the expressions that I make around women. So a lot of my photography is women, and a lot of it is uplifting to women, and those are things that I speak about on my social platforms and stuff. And I get why people have that perception of me, but I do like gender studies, which is inclusive of men. So I wanted to kind of challenge myself to zone in on that, and I did touch it a little bit before in school too. So yeah.
Right. So the reason why I brought you on, right, is because I remember it was like a year ago we were supposed to talk about feminism. I have some issues with feminism, man. I thought it was a feminist, and no, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because if I think that I'm a feminist, but how most feminists define themselves is totally different from that, then obviously I'm not what I thought a feminist was, right?
How do most feminists define themselves? Can I ask questions?
Yeah. Oh, no. Go ahead, please. No. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I wanted you to kind of share this whole thing, but anyway, I did. I think. I don't know. Well, they don't give me a definition of what it is that they are, but I kind of go by how it is that what it is that they're fighting for, and some of the things that they get mad at, and some of the things that they are upset about. Right? I feel a way. I don't know how to really describe it. Right? So you said that you were a feminist before. But now you're rethinking
I'm
if you are.
just like in the process of rethinking what I define as feminism, and kind of if I am that, or if I am that in a social, in a society, how the society defines feminism and a feminist, if I fit that profile, if I do want to own that label, basically.
So if you aren't a feminist, what would you define yourself as?
A person, a human being, another woman, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And just by the way, feminists are people, you know what I mean? Regular.
So what are some of the reasons why you are questioning feminism now?
Part of it has to do with the things that people take issue with. I think is going overboard. And it's really, really easy in any sort of movement, I think, that has a political stance behind it to go overboard. And I think a lot of women are doing that. It doesn't have a lot to do with why I am rethinking it. More so I'm rethinking it because of the things that I am putting as priority in terms of like my beliefs. So for instance, equality is something that a lot of feminists believe in, and something that feminists fight for in all spheres of life, to be fairly treated, you know what I mean, or treated as equal to men in what we perceive as a man's world. And I understand how equality can be beneficial to women and men and everybody. I think that a woman is not a man, and a man is not a woman.
So you don't believe in transgenderism?
Whoa.
But I don't.
No, I don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with it, to be honest. If people want to, I don't have a problem with the expression. People are free to do what they want. So if you feel that you are a woman trapped inside a man's body,
yeah, but I mean, technically, you don't believe that a man can just become a woman like that.
But that's not the same thing she said, though.
Well,
a transgender is born that way. It's not like that means like he born a woman.
No, but then what I'm asking is, no, but there are some people that believe that the only main differences between men and women is the genitalia, and if you change that, then you can change your biological sex.
I don't believe that that's the only difference between men and women, to be honest.
Okay, well that's why I interpreted how you what you just said. Anyway, but yeah, okay. So you said that feminists go overboard. Well, can you give an example of like?
I was talking about this on Twitter the other day. I don't know if I'm going to take some backlash for this or whatever. But the word female, like people really get really mad about being called female.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
they get so upset. And I'm always just like, guys, we're part of the animal kingdom, okay? Like it or not. Like, our reasoning skills are higher, whatever.
Female,
we're mammals.
Just to break down for Kofi, because it was, I got the explanation. Female.
Oh, you're not following?
Female is, to call a woman a female is very reductive, and it takes away her character and everything, and just reduces her to her female body parts, basically.
Dog, a cat,
but that doesn't make sense.
But are we part of the animal kingdom?
It's not about animal kingdom. Is That's
Right, so a woman,
Yeah, you're a female.
right? But I'm
That's
saying,
what
yeah,
she
but
can
what,
be identified as.
but what they're saying is that it's reductive, that it strips her away of her like character, who she
But
is,
it doesn't.
whatever.
Just calling
But
a
it
man a
doesn't.
male strip him away
No.
of anything.
No, you can't do
No.
that. You can't do that.
You can't call people
No.
male anymore.
No, you could be a
You
male
can.
there, but the thing is, it's different because males have privilege, so that is the
So
matter.
because they have privilege, we can be stripped away.
Yeah, it can't be. It can't really be stripped
see
away.
this conversation is be beat.
Right.
That's something that actually confuses me. Because my thing is, isn't it just another word that we use to classify somebody so that it makes sense in our head? You're a female. You're a
know
male.
what's offensive.
Yeah,
I really don't.
So like, okay, for example, if you say like, those females over there, or she's a female, right? Or not, she's a female. That's stupid. If you say like, you know, don't say woman and say female, right? Woman is different. Female
But if I have like a collective of grandparents and just babies and women in a line, those are female. They're not women. They're not girls. There's no
females.
other word to
Yeah.
describe them.
they're females.
Yeah. That is a very good point. I've never actually thought of that.
No, the concept is stupid.
This is.
But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I had to
I
listen.
have flashbacks to primary school when I learned the difference between male and female.
But the thing about it is that I believe that words can only hold value if you give them value. The same thing with everything else in life, money, cars. If you didn't care about it, it wouldn't matter and it wouldn't be so significant and it wouldn't be so angering. You get me? So why is this word? It's just another classifying word. It's just like woman. It's the same thing. Boy, girl. It's another
But
way
woman
to
isn't,
identify. It's just another way to identify what is it in front of me. You understand what I mean? So I don't. But people really get fired up over that word, and I'm just like, it's just a word. Like I don't think that people's intention in using the word, and you talked about intention earlier. Intention is really important to me. I think that if you intend to just classify the person, to just identify the person.
But that's the thing. The thing is that for these people, intent doesn't mean anything anymore. It's simply the words you say are the words you say. It don't matter if you say the same sentence and it can mean like 10 different things, as words are, right? If you call a woman a female, they take it as offense.
I know that I'm talking currently in front of the wrong people because I didn't understand it. Y'all understand this. But like, if anybody watching this, I don't think it's reasonable to just ignore the intent of someone. Like, I literally just found out that apparently saying female is offensive. I will still use it. But let's say I decided to change my mind and you caught me on a day before this and I call you a female and you know you living your life hating the INO podcast, hating Kofi because I call you a female.
And then I think it was, I can't remember when it was, but basically I think I went about 6 months without saying female because the woman said that. It was right after Life and Leggings and she told me that that female is very reductive and I can't say. But it brings you, it kind of strips a woman of everything except for her genitalia. So I stopped.
I think that that's a reflection. I think that there.
But that's again.
How else am I to say what you are
on other people?
You're saying the word strips you of everything except for your genitalia, but saying your race strips you of anything but your race. Saying your hair length strips you of everything except for your hair length. You have to be able to describe people.
Exactly, and that's what we do as human beings. We literally classify everything we come into contact with. It's not a big deal.
So when I go on Google.com, I'm sending it from my Gmail account, and I have to put gender, male, female.
Yeah.
Are you triggered?
Somebody said, asking if you're male or female, if the government asking like on official documents if you're male and female is intrusive. They said it's intrusive.
It's not intrusive.
Because there are new categories.
Like,
yeah. No, not
what
other.
is other?
Other is actually offensive.
I can see other being offensive. I really can.
I did a course named Gender Psychology. I love that course. Gender and psychology. So it's looking at both genders in that sort of sphere. And there are actually 4 official categories of human classification when it comes to gender and
gender,
sex.
not sex.
Gender. Yeah, you're right. Man, woman, woman, man. Okay?
I love that.
And there's some countries that there are 4 boxes and those classifications come.
That's a new thing. Man, woman, man is a new thing.
Yeah.
No, actually.
What?
It's not. I guess it's relatively new, but it's you know.
Is it a theory or is it like?
No, it's actually a thing.
Can
It's official under some governments.
What's the difference between a man, woman, and a woman?
I was just gonna call her name.
Yeah.
Which would have been funny as shit, but I can't do it.
Whoa. To be honest, I didn't hold on to the definition. I'm not gonna.
Okay. So is that like a masculine female?
Yes.
And then a feminine male would be a woman man.
So all right, I have a question.
We was calling people man women for years, B, and that was offensive. So no,
but it has a different official definition. But that's basically what it is.
you do agree with you know that's dumb though. That's a dumb thing.
It's what it is.
Dumb.
So
Anyway,
a woman is
whatever.
a masculine. Can I say it? I was about to say female, you know? I was about to say masculine female. A masculine woman, right? Mm-hmm. So a butch lesbian is a man woman, or does she not have the option to say I am a woman or I am a man woman?
She can choose whatever. She can take whatever box she wants to.
And also, like, what? How many? How feminine are you? Is there like a
scale? I get you.
Like a metrosexual man, like a man take care of yourself.
Right.
He's still a man.
A woman.
To be honest, there's something called a masculinity scale. It's created by Brannan.
Stop lying to me now.
Nope, there's something called a masculinity scale, and there are a lot of masculinity scales which actually measure masculinity in different ways. So
If
there's
you could throw a cricket ball.
A man that wears Timbs.
no.
If he wears Timbs, is a masculine.
No.
How many male G-strings do you use?
No. For real, like you could Google masculinity scales and thousands of scales will come up. Same thing for femininity. People have actually found a way to measure this. And I suspect it's because things like thesis and dissertations and those sorts of things exist. Because like what I'm doing is you have to measure it in some way. You have to be able to, what does this mean? You have to make it tangible.
Let's get into it. I think feminism today has deteriorated into shaming men and infantilizing women. Let's get into it right now.
But people normally
it has deteriorated though, and nobody want to admit it, but I would admit it. So,
I believe that all things evolve.
The difference between a feminist
Devolve
and a feminazi, which is actually a feminist and a feminazi, which is a woman that just men is garbage, men is trash.
but the strange thing about it is, right? The strange thing
You never got that?
No.
I'm not making up. Like that's like regular.
What?
The strange thing about it is, right, Kamilah, is that earlier you said that the extreme feminist whatever has these certain beliefs. There's always extremes in every. There are extremes in every group, right?
Yeah.
Right. But it seems like the average feminist to me nowadays is extreme.
I think it's just that the louder the voice, like the extremes may have the louder voices. It's not that every feminist think men is garbage.
But how many times? Well, you said that you never heard it before. How many times have we heard on, whether it's on Twitter, on social media, or like on a placard at a event, at a protest, something about toxic masculinity?
That's real.
What? No, it's not. Not toxic masculinity is dumb. That's okay. Let me say. Okay, there's masculinity and there are toxic people, right? To attribute being toxic to being masculine, right, is demonizing masculinity, and I hate that. That's foolish. There are just some people that make bad decisions, don't care about the consequences, don't care about people that are being affected by it, and do toxic things. When we see a woman keep children away from a father because of whatever reason, just being conniving, using the court system to get men, demonized, etc., label, blah, 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 to their advantage, whatever. We don't say toxic femininity. We just say that woman is an idiot, right? There are some men that are idiots. But when we take something like masculinity, right, and we put like something negative, like a toxic label to an entire group of people, right, because they are masculine, that this is the reason why this man is behaving this way because of this whole group thing, whatever, then it's just dumb. Individuals do dumb things, right? To classify people that are masculine as say being part of this toxic masculinity, patriarchy, whatever, is wrong. It's just not right.
I think we should define toxic masculinity. I really want to stop before.
Can we actually define it? Can we actually define it? Yeah, on the Googles.
Let me find out on the Googles, because I don't agree with toxic masculinity. I don't agree with any kind of toxic femininity. People are just, they're toxic people. They're people that are just poisonous.
Yeah. I get
Simple.
I get that.
I kind of on defense on it. I have heard some explanations of it that I could kind of see why it will be labeled as toxic.
Wait, what?
However, I do agree. I don't think you can say toxic masculinity and not toxic femininity.
Wait, you want me to say definition or below?
Read it.
The concept of toxic masculinity is used in psychology and gender studies to refer to certain norms of masculine behavior in North America and Europe that are associated with harm to society and to men themselves. I want an example though. So go ahead though before I find another example.
I was kind of just talking so you could Google.
Oh, okay. Toxic masculinity is one of the ways in which the patriarchy is harmful to men.
No,
it refers to the socially constructed attitudes that describe the masculine gender role as violent, unemotional, sexually aggressive, and so forth.
How's that bullshit to you?
That's bullshit.
How's that bullshit?
That's
to
just
you?
toxic behavior.
Nah.
Right? That's just people just doing bad things.
But the
What
thing about
behavior
it
is toxic in it?
Huh?
What you're saying is toxic behavior. What is behavior about it? What is toxic about it? Not the masculinity?
No, it's just making dumb decisions, not thinking about the consequences of your actions and doing dumb
but
things.
I think that the concept itself is actually saying that some of the things that we think are normal within functioning in that masculine role are actually toxic when we look at it to the rest of the society and themselves. Like things like not expressing emotion. That is really damaging to the family. That is really damaging. And the family is what raises and what produces citizens of society. Not true? Right. We're raised within a family structure, whether it is a nuclear extended, whatever, right? So if we're in a family structure where you have assumed your male gender role, right? Let's say within the continent of the Caribbean. So I'm going to be very stereotypical right now. No offense to anybody out there.
I'm offended.
You know. This is why I wanted to meet him so much. Okay. So you're functioning within that role and stuff like that. Things like not really being emotional, not really being expressive. Things like being violent and thinking that acting really violently or solving things via violence is something that you were taught. So that's within the masculine role. And those things are proven.
How is that masculine?
Yeah. I
know many females that resort to violence when they are upset about something.
I don't think we should focus on violence. Let me focus on when she touched the emotional...
the unemotional vibe?
Which you cannot deny that is something we grow to understand is masculine. You manly when you ain't showing the emotion. Exactly. When it's really retarded that you're just keeping all that bottled in all of your life. You cannot exist for 100 years and hold back tears for 100 years.
Like for instance, I'll actually give you an example in my focus group, right? It wasn't on any of the scales, but it just did it for open discussion. One of the last questions that I asked is, when is the last time that you cried? And these are people who are like 18 and the age group was between 18 and 25. These people were saying, oh, last time I cried was like 10. And I was just like, I was like, whoa, you got some stuff inside there, for sure.
But you think that's because they were taught that?
Yeah,
but you are taught that.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though. There are different types of teachings now in society. There are things that you're taught without being told. There are things that you just assimilate to. There are things that you see and you just understand, this is what I do within this role. Not true. My mommy had to tell me certain things. I just knew. You know what I mean? Those were things that I understood. This is what a woman does. This is what a man does. You understand what I mean? And things like not crying when you grow up and you don't see your father express, you don't think that you're supposed to express. Because who is your pattern? Your father, right? Or somebody that's male and older and stuff like that. So I think that's what that term is tackling. Now, I understand the point about demonizing masculinity, and that's part of the reason why I did Caribbean masculinity, because I think that a lot of feminists and a lot of people in general get on this bandwagon about demonizing masculinity, and everything that is masculine is just wrong and it's problematic. And when there's some really beautiful aspects about men and how they function and how they operate, things like, I really wish that females weren't so like they took so much offense to everything. Like, I think that's something really beautiful that you guys have mastered.
So is that toxic femininity?
No.
Overreactions?
No, I think the reason that they call it toxic is because that comes from we live in a man's world and the whole entire world is in male gaze.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think that's true?
What?
That we live in a man's world?
Yeah.
You can explain that a little more. Like, we mean, but we live in a man's world. What means a man's world?
History, for one. And history is very strong there because there are certain patterns that the world follows. We are evolving and changing, and I don't discredit any of that. But I think, for the most part, a lot of power is placed in a lot of men, in a lot of hands of men. It is
It's
also
placed?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Donald Trump has the qualifications for president.
I don't think
But is that-
you have me up to this.
But here we are.
No, you have me to this.
But here we are.
So that's that's because he's male?
Right, that's not because he's a male.
I have
Hillary-
seen
what I'm saying.
videos.
Hillary Clinton-
No.
Go ahead.
I have seen videos on YouTube where people have done interviews of people outside Trump rallies, and more than one woman, and they were white, obviously, have said that the presidency belongs to a male. She said that.
Then why did she get the majority vote?
What?
She got the majority vote. He just got the...
Yeah. But my thing is, like, electoral vote, doesn't that represent like an institution within their voting system?
Yeah, right.
So the institution is still...
But I'm saying the American people, though,
Yeah,
if you look at the majority, they voted for a woman.
What I would like you to bring up was the fact that, like, if you think about it, things take a while to settle in society. You can't just up and...
change.
Right. So you could have focused on the fact that, like, really and truly nowadays in certain countries, and just the other day in our countries, women were treated like lots.
Yeah.
You used to just got a woman and like, all right, I is a king, but I want to expand my kingdom, so I can marry this woman. And the woman has no say. That was everything about it. That's like 100 years ago, which is really not that long.
But then if you think about the advancements we made in the last 100 years, you cannot compare in any way today to back then.
Of course, but it's still not. It's not going to trickle down to everybody one time.
Exactly. And the thing about it is,
being in Saudi Arabia, women cannot drive.
Well, that's Saudi Arabia.
Right.
But if you talk about Saudi Arabia, I'm talking about, like, for example, in America, in Barbados. Wait, hold on a minute. But I'm talking about
the Western Hemisphere.
The Western Hemisphere. When we look
because
at
that's the context in which that term appears is within our hemisphere,
which I find very strange.
But the fact, right, that you can't. What I'm saying is the fact that all know that existing in the world of today goes to show this.
Me in Saudi Arabia?
This does not happen as fast as we think.
And what that also shows, I think that why I said that history is such a big part is because literally history is the foundation. Okay, you can't just shake a foundation how it is. It is set how it is. You know what I mean? So when you build upon that foundation, right, and you raise men and you raise girls, and you know what I mean, they're just turning over the same thing with changes. Yes, and there have been a lot of changes and a lot of advances, and women have stepped into power in certain places. But let's not forget that the system, the institutions, they didn't just get set up 100 years ago. They didn't just get set up 30 years ago. They've been set up. Okay? So, like, they've changed a little bit, you know what I mean, depending on region, depending on tribe, depending on culture. You know, that's how the world goes, you know what I mean? But things are set in stone, basically.
So you think that male power is set in stone?
Yeah, a lot of it is
Mia Motley, Lynette Eastman, Oprah, Beyonce, Rihanna, Hillary Clinton,
Margaret, stop.
Margaret Thatcher.
Slow down. You are naming powerful women.
Exactly.
I'm going to start naming powerful women. I'll never stop. So but
obviously the patriarchy isn't as strong as it is.
Yes,
if a woman wants a majority vote in America.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
it's not as strong as it is,
that.
but to say it does not exist is very ignorant of you.
I don't think it's ignorant at all.
Marcus.
Okay, pause. Okay. Investment, attention, and energy goes more into women's development than men's.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Because
the world like women more?
No, because society failed men.
Because society failed men?
That's interesting.
Explain your point, please.
Let me explain the point. Okay. There are affirmative action programs for women, right? there's a 2-to-1 bias for women to get a job in STEM than men. I think that was a study by the Cornell Institute, right? If you look at women's studies, etc., a lot of money gets put into women's development. In every level of education, women are outperforming men, right? Whether it's bachelor's, associates, masters, doctorates, they are outperforming men. Hold on a minute, right? Okay, when it comes to whether it's women's health, blah, 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 all this stuff is done, right? And then look at the trickle-down effect from America, right? Let's look at development in Barbados. Honey Jam. I'm a girl Barbados. Girlfriends Expo. If you look at even how pageants are pushed and how pageants have developed women, and you can see from before pageants to how they are after, how women are developed.
Can we not bring pageants in?
But pageants have given women a platform and developed women, and it's great, right? Name one equivalent for men.
Okay, no, wait. I will not do that. But what I will bring to you, right? You know, right after slavery, you had to teach the black people to be human, right? To not be slaves, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to change your mentality.
Marcus,
don't equate that to slavery.
Please wait, and let me talk. 8 years ago, women could not vote. They literally did not have the same. They were not the same level as men. So are you saying we just all right? Live life now. Are you saying you put no effort into helping them?
No. I'm saying give equal opportunity, but I'm saying don't let men fail.
But you can't give equal opportunity after giving for years. You have to level the playing ground. If I was treating you bad and then one day I just I have to give you something good in order to bring us to the same level.
Yeah, but then that's kind of an imbalance. I would say that it should be.
Where is the imbalance?
No, hold on. I'm saying, okay, for example, if you were silent for a long time and I had the chance to speak, right? The resolve to that would not be that you get a chance to speak and I don't speak. It will be that we have an open line of communication.
I agree with
right?
that.
So I'm saying if we level the playing field for men and women across the board, that they all have equal opportunity to do whatever they want, freedom of choice, etc., that is the approach to go. It is not that we just put all of our attention in women to balance it.
I understand that when you bring up the honey jam thing,
right?
etc., yeah, that is very true. We don't really push.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying that that is not a bad thing. I've seen women get developed both from before and after. The changes are enormous and they should keep doing them. I'm just saying I cannot think of any avenue that men have. And then when we look at how irresponsible in bringing about a Caribbean society that men are, we cannot say that society isn't partially responsible for that. We can't just have the mentality.
But the idea that the reason why we help women up is because men have failed that's a very dark way of thinking, B.
No, but it's true. Okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, right? We have this idea that society over the years has spoiled men. Therefore, we should do what we can for women to get forward, right? It is not that society has spoiled men because that allows them to do whatever they want, which is what the argument usually is, right? Which is why men get away with shit, which is usually the argument. It is society has neglected men, which means society has failed men.
What are you basing this on?
What are you talking about, B?
You just said society has neglected men.
Can you name something that, in terms of male development, can you name something that gives men the incentive to...
But you could have asked the opposite question like the other day.
How you mean?
What is something to benefit women? Because everything was just about men.
Yeah, and it was bad, right? But I'm saying that it's bad now too, right? Just the other way around.
I agree, but it sounds like you were saying I am agreeing with what you're saying.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying right now.
But you were just saying that the reason why is this way is because men have failed.
No. I'm saying that society neglected men, which means that society has failed men.
Okay, I think here's what happened. I think we went through, history is really important. I think historically, a lot of focus has been on men and male development. In psychology, in science, in math. Men were being sent to university and women were not.
At home. They were just home.
They were just home.
Exactly.
Okay?
Which was the wrong approach.
Exactly. Which is the
human
wrong
development.
Approach. Exactly. In general, right? And what happened is that I believe that everything in life is a balance, right? And I think what happened is that a lot of governments realize that women are also an asset. So we have people going into NASA. We have black women going into NASA.
Of course.
White women going into NASA. I think what we have to bear in mind is that women have been neglected for far longer than men have been neglected.
True.
And that is not saying that we should just continue to neglect men. I think that balance is really, really important, which is why things like Caribbean masculinity and getting men to open up and talk about what their experiences are, and those sorts of things are very, very, very important, because I do, to an extent, believe that men have been neglected. Things like those boys on the bus that are stabbing everybody, they have been neglected.
Precisely.
Okay? Nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody's paying attention to their development. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that a lot of them come from broken homes that can't manage it properly. They can't manage and process the anger properly.
And to add to that, they have... I just want to add to what you're saying, that because there's no avenue for them to channel their energy, it's just a bunch of idle hands.
Yeah, of course.
Right, so anyway, yeah.
So that is clearly seen in society. What I think is there needs to be women's programs and there needs to be men programs, and I think that what we have missed as a Caribbean, well, actually let me not say as a Caribbean, as Barbadians, what we have missed is that children of a certain age need to be growing up apart. So I don't mix in schools and things. Nah.
Wait, what?
Nah. I just say that they need to be separated at a certain part and develop and then come together.
Why?
Because it's really important. I think adolescence is very, very important, and that solidifies gender roles. That solidifies a lot of things. Even though there are a lot of theories, Freud, a lot of different theories say that you assume gender role way earlier than adolescence. I think in adolescence is where you really finalize this in your brain. So by about age 15, you kind of figure it's probably shouldn't be crying at school. You know what I mean? That's not something that other boys do. That's not something that I want to do, because I understand the social consequences of crying in my third form uniform at school. You understand? So what I think needs to happen is that at certain ages, you need to be separated. And even if you are in a mixed school, but you are in different classes, QC, other schools do that. Some schools do that. QC has started to do that, and they're seeing the boys actually start to outperform the girls. And this is just what I think.
I'm kind of hearing for the first time this.
Separating them, kind of, and giving them programs for them individually. That works. Like, for instance, at Kamilah, when we went first from at Kamilah, we did the whole... Did y'all have a talk?
My man, I didn't.
Did y'all have a talk?
Right?
We had a talk. We had a talk, and there was this whole program for us, and we used to go, treat it... You understand? And boys didn't get the same thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You see? And I entered Kamilah in 2006, and that happened. And I just remember the boys being in the classroom.
When I was at QC, right? This is not even a joke. They separate us in first time, whatever, to have a talk, teach the girls about periods, getting pads and demonstrations.
Yeah, and then there were other stuff.
You might give me so I swear to be.
Marcus, you can remember? I don't know.
What?
You may give me so.
No, Palmer. You know that
that happened with me. I always.
You can teach that to Palmer.
But that's my point. Am I teaching that either?
I think that just the society needs to take care of adolescent males and adolescent females very differently. I'm sorry if I offend anybody by the word female.
Baby, you can slander all no.
No, what do you mean? But do you think that women are victims of the? Do you believe in the patriarchy? Okay.
Yeah, I do. I don't believe in playing victim, though. I don't believe in playing victim. I think that the time for that is over. I think there are ways that you can give effort and apply yourself and seek out ways of doing things, because Oprah exists, because Rihanna exists, because all of these amazing women. You understand what I mean? So, and that's why I am also rethinking feminists.
You believe in patriarchy?
I don't know. I could say that when she said it's a man's world, I could understand. It's not totally, as you say, it's less of a man's world. Yeah. What is the patriarchy? Explain patriarchy to me.
Hold on.
This is important.
Okay, let me say what is that. I was told it.
And then
First thing, many girls I have asked what a patriarchy is. They gave me multiple answers.
Right.
Is their interpretation of what they think the patriarchy should be. One girl told me that it is that the world is made in a way to benefit white males, right? Another woman told me which I think is the one that I kind of go by, is that society is designed in a way to oppress women and keep women subservient to men, and men are the dominant sex in society.
Well, that person get
But let me find.
I go here. A system of society or government in which the father or eldest male is the head of the family and descent is traced through the male line. A system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. So pretty much the second, well, not really the second one though. Because like saying that I have power
are many
isn't
different definitions.
right. Saying that I have power isn't saying that I don't want you to have power though.
Yeah.
So tell me something. If something got many different definitions, how
How do you
stable?
define it?
How stable is that concept? How sensible is that concept to you?
That was just whole sensible in it.
stable.
Like, how do you even know what you believe in? Because we would be fighting for this same thing. We against the patriarchy, but I got a completely different definition than you. How on earth you bringing race into it? The thing got anywhere
Exactly.
not cracker.
Here's what I think. Men are underperforming in school compared to women, right? Men is dead first too. Men are high.
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on a minute. Men are at higher rates of committing suicide. Although men commit majority of the crimes, men are more likely to be victims of violent crimes to women. So if there is a patriarchy, it's not doing a very good job of protecting me nor Kofi.
But you can't deny that some of this definition kind of
Of course, because a lot of men are born into it. I think that tackles how society sees you based on what you are born as, simply. So you're a man, you are the eldest son.
You even
are the head
your
of
dad's
the
name.
household.
Like,
you understand?
it goes
So
things like
I
that.
marry you, Marcus. I'm supposed to take your name. Who the hell are you? Like literally,
A man.
really, like just a man.
Yeah.
You understand
So,
what
like,
I mean? So those sorts of ways, and that's how patriarchy has set up itself. Things like, and it seeped into things like religion and
But
politics and-
at the same time, if a woman and a man commit the same crime, the man is going to get the longer sentence.
Yes, and
So
we
that
are aware
patriarchy
that
thing-
there's imbalance.
Right, because I am not saying that is a definite thing, but you can't deny.
I can't deny that men have privilege in society. Of course not.
Right,
I can't deny
this
that at
word,
all.
I think that.
Yeah.
Do I want to say? Well, yeah, I don't think you should use the word patriarchy.
I don't think
What
you
do
should
you
use it
think?
either. It doesn't.
Privilege. That some men got privilege. But that's
yeah,
what it
of
is.
course.
It's
So-
not that I am going on my way to force
Yeah,
you out of power.
right. But this is the same argument that a lot of white people use too, like
Which is
white
what?
privilege. Like when we talk about white privilege, you know what I mean. I'm not doing anything in particular. You know what I mean? But the society treats me a certain way when compared to you. A lot of people have
In
that
some
argument.
circumstances, though, like,
And I understand that
Okay,
argument.
good. I got you said it for me.
Well,
I understand the argument.
if you're
Like,
born
I'm
white-
born a certain way. I have no control over my birth, and what the society affords me because of that birth, I don't have power to control. However, my response is what makes the difference.
I got my issues with white privilege too. That's why I keep my mouth shut
yeah.
because I know that as soon as I go on that road, people can not watch.
I think as a person born into whatever privilege it is, your response and what you do from there,
Right.
when you become aware of it, is what matters.
Let me add to that.
Do you think
Wait.
that using the privilege is bad? Like I'm male.
Of course not.
Okay, well,
I'm maximizing opportunities, B. What the frick, B? Listen. Everybody has privileges. Males have privileges. Females have privileges. Black people got privileges.
Yeah.
White people got privileges, etc.
Yeah.
When people talk about one privilege, they conveniently eliminate everybody else's privileges. And that's why. And honestly, I find the whole privilege conversation to be very divisive because it's basically saying you have a privilege, right? Which is, and it sort of kind of implies you have a privilege and I have none, which is
Like
why I'm not
fucking
talking
privilege
about it.
too.
Huh?
See, one more, though.
I just want the man remember that.
But I'm not. But I don't say like don't use it. Of course, use it, but
Right.
to deny that it exists.
Oh no, no. Okay, so I do believe in white privilege, but I believe in all kinds of privileges though. So
There's
I
not
mean,
private. There's not private school.
Huh?
There's not private school.
I don't know about this.
Dog.
We had a conversation about.
Oh no, yeah.
So
The man got so hype.
yeah, but yeah. So it's like women like to exaggerate. Well, sorry, feminists like to exaggerate male privileges, and they do not talk about the privileges that they have. Because women got enough privileges,
Of
and to
course,
say,
yeah,
but I have been told, I swear to God, this person is in their 30s. They explained to me that women in the patriarchy today is like black people during slavery. She explained it to me.
Okay,
I think that's
disagree.
ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I feel like people was deading that thing.
But the thing is, Kofi, is that a lot of people
die.
believe this.
People die under patriarchy.
The same way, like, I mean, like,
Not the same way,
right?
not in math,
I
but-
think that was
Ironically, that most deaths on the job are men because men do other dangerous work like police. But
Is it that women don't?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's some jobs that are more catered to women and some are more catered to
Of
men?
course, smart. Oh, you met her. You
Okay.
got me, she.
Okay, so rethinking feminism. That's where I'm at. I believe I am more leaning towards the word equity more so than equality.
Equality.
Because
Explain.
equity.
If I'm about to get a clap.
He's clapping for me.
That was very sweet.
Because equity recognizes that there are differences within the society, and there's nothing wrong with you having more testosterone than me. Okay? Because that's just how it is. You're born a certain way, you're born a certain way. You are female, you are male. That's just it, okay? Nothing is wrong with actually accepting that. Equity is saying, okay, so two people, a man and a female, are in...
A man and a woman.
A man,
Right. Yes,
a man and a woman. You see how much, the word just doesn't, whatever. A man and a woman are in a room, okay? The man is 5 feet tall.
You're even using example.
The man is 5 feet tall. The woman is 4 feet tall. They
Right.
both want to
Reach a window, man.
reach a window or reach a ceiling that is 6 feet tall. Equality says give them both a 1 foot box or 2 foot box, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's say a 1 foot box, right? The man is going to touch the ceiling, the woman is not. Why? Because she's 2 feet shorter. Equity says give the man a 1 foot box and the woman a 2 foot box because we recognize that she is different. We recognize that she is shorter than the man, but she wants to reach the ceiling, and you know what? She should have that same opportunity in life because at the end of the day, she is a human being, and that's the you know what I mean? That's the same thing between them.
So let me ask you a question. All the dirty and dangerous and all the jobs that the boy want to do, whether it's paving the road, going down in coal mine, not Barbados, but whether it's being a policeman, whether it's putting your life on the line, a military.
You don't sit down and say nobody want to be a policeman.
There are a lot.
It's always no.
You know,
You
saying
said
the
the
dirty
dirty
jobs nobody
jobs,
want to do,
you said
like
the
being a
dirty
policeman.
Nobody won't go there and risk their shoe.
There are people that want to be a policeman,
Are you
Marcus.
mad?
No. People want to be a policeman, but they don't want the disadvantages that come with it. You may not be able to
Okay,
go home
fair
the
enough,
next
fair
day.
enough, fair
I mean, you could dead on your job.
Yeah, they take the
right.
risk. I get you.
But I'm saying those jobs. Would you say? I'll say dangerous jobs then, right? Would you say that it should be equal? That both males and females should do those kind of jobs, whether it's outdoor.
I think that
police force.
everybody should have the
military.
chance.
Okay.
I think everybody should have the chance. I don't think it's the same thing with feminine jobs. I think everybody needs to have the chance because people
If they
are
want to,
different,
right.
And they genuinely have different desires, and they're you know what I mean. Different things inspire them and trigger them
True.
in a good way.
True.
So they should have the opportunity. If a woman want to work on an oil rig, let she try.
Right.
And if she feel touch, she go long.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
To have a police force that is split down the woman, split on the male.
Yeah.
Male,
I was here.
It's happening to me too.
split on the
Where you doing with this?
male and woman. Right. I think that ain't really something I want per se,
What?
because I don't know if I can say this that men are
of
faster
course
than
you
women.
can.
Men generally run faster than women.
Yeah.
Men are normally stronger than
Fastest
women.
man in the world is run faster than the fastest woman.
Correct,
Right.
exactly. I don't think we should have construction workers split down the middle.
Right.
Which is what you say equality.
Right.
Equity now is when a woman commits concrete and she commits concrete. 'Cause
Yeah,
every woman
if she
is the
commits
same.
concrete
There are
and she
women that
work
could
with-
run faster
Of
and
course,
be stronger
of course.
than so like
Right.
you can be
So
tailored.
equal opportunity. Right.
Correct.
Right.
I think the world is obsessed with limiting you based on like what you look like and what you appear like.
To be
And
honest
what
with
you
you,
are
we're
born.
outside for communism. We just want everybody to get something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. But the thing about communism is that they don't say it's usually with communism in a communist society, everybody's equal but equally poor. But nobody on top of that.
You're right.
So it's
People
like-
like
You're right.
Exactly.
Because somebody else picking garbage, you get the same thing as you and use a
As a
doctor.
doctor.
Exactly. So what? Yeah, that don't make no sense.
But we're thinking this way because we grew up in a different society. We grew up with the freedom to understand that there's a difference between there's a different brain effort. There's a different, you understand what I mean? There's a different skill set that comes with both. Because to be honest, I can't be a garbage person. I can't smell, you know what I mean? I can't, you know what I mean? And it's taxing. Like I can't roll the garbage can.
Exactly.
Personally.
Right,
I can't roll the
but the
garbage
thing is,
can,
right, is
so-
that the thing is, right, I don't want women doing these jobs anyway.
Right.
I don't want women doing these jobs. I personally believe that we should protect, provide, and support women where possible. Right? Even if there are some, even in some ways
going on?
where it is.
What's happening?
Huh?
You hear what you were saying earlier?
Yeah, but I'm But, no, but that's
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying because we have one of the privileges that we have is that we have like the physical dynamic between men and women is that we are stronger, right? We're stronger. There's certain things I think that, or maybe because I generally attracted to women, and that my
They're
mother's
just
a woman.
delicate and they should.
I don't want to say delicate.
I see a woman yesterday that Kurt had to tell me twice that she ain't a man.
Well, she could probably go in the court.
There are some, but that's we talking about equity. There are some.
She could
women,
fight
I
crime.
ain't saying,
But
I ain't saying how you look like a man. You're supposed to pick a garbage
Yeah,
and
but at
fight
the
crime.
same time, looking at me, like if I walk into the sanitation service and like I want to try, like nobody should like laugh at me.
no, go
because
ahead.
they're
No,
women,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
no.
Like,
I don't think people should
But you're
lie.
saying protect. Be like we should
protect,
borrow
like,
the jobs from
like
women.
women can protect themselves. I think what has to happen is that men need to think of women as more of partners in life and not as something to cradle.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Children are to be cradled.
Let me put it this way, right? I feel bad knowing that women will be on the front line of the military.
Why? But I feel bad
I don't
knowing that
know.
men are there.
But yeah, I feel
those
bad
are
a minute,
lives
but,
as
but
well.
I will feel worse though. Something about a woman, I don't know.
Because you think
It's
about
because
exactly
of
so
how
you're
it's
thinking
because
about
of
it like
how
she frail.
your
be.
perception of women and how society has shaped
You
your
gonna study
perception of a woman.
Some women might be better on the front lines than the same.
Which is true. I know, but just okay. Let me put it this way.
I'm not
Okay,
saying I understand what you're saying, but you gotta look at it.
the
I
reason
understand where it's coming from.
Right, exactly.
the reason why they had issues with women and men being like equal in the military, whatever, right? Equal amounts in the military was one because of course the women did a worse job than the men because of hand-eye coordination, not being fast enough. But also there are some points in time, like in a war zone, where you have to leave a man behind. Even though they say no man left behind, you have to leave a man behind. They
Have that
found
nurture thing going on.
they found that the male soldiers were very reluctant to leave a woman behind, which would compromise the entire strategy.
Yeah.
But they had an issue with the fact that they're leaving a woman behind as opposed to a man. If a man left behind, it'll get more. But
That's because of how men perceive women as something to be cradled and supported and provided for, which is fine. But I think we're more at a stage.
Masculinity.
yeah, that's what I was saying. But that's
I think we're
guys
more
are-
at a stage where we should really be viewing women as partners.
Yeah, I think they should be partners, but partners, as you said, equity. Where your strengths are,
Yeah, where
you
your
should be.
strengths
So
are.
as you said, agreed.
Yeah.
If she is strong on the battlefield, well then yeah. But I honestly, I would just feel worse knowing that there's a woman putting her life on the line as opposed to a man. Just generally.
I ain't saying that.
Maybe that should change, but yeah,
That
that's
should
just
change,
in
but
time,
let go.
things is
Because
happening.
a woman is the same life. They're both soldiers on the field, okay? They're both the enemy. That's like they should be stripped of gender at that point.
So if you see
They're
a
both
female
soldiers.
soldier, you will like you Marcus is suddenly a soldier and suddenly you're in Iraq or whatever. I war with Palestine, Israel on them. And you see a female soldier, you go a woman soldier? Well, what do you say a soldierette? Do you be less likely to shoot the enemy? Seeing
me
that?
if she was on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh no, she would get one. Hey,
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care.
Righty, Bubby.
I'm gonna care about those females. Those women.
Just these ones.
Oh, just checking.
No, but I guess or it could be just more sympathy. But the truth is that people say that men are wired to protect women.
Wired.
Right? Yeah, wired
What
that
our
way.
word really means,
Biologically, we like for example, how they say that women have a natural inclination for nurturing children. we have a natural inclination
To
for
protect.
protecting women. Yeah, I believe that. I think that makes sense to me, right? Because I don't think anybody taught me certain things that I feel when I see a woman in pain or whatever. So
when you see a man in pain, it's different. Your response is different.
man, listen, try to avoid off their tears.
Trying to do what?
Wipe their tears, B.
Oh, so that's toxic masculinity.
I guess so. Toxic me. Wipe their tears, man. It's not foolish, B.
What's happening?
No, I don't think that's reasonable.
I thought you joke because
I really wasn't sure. It's not.
Nah.
Okay, so the Brandon masculinity scale actually measures things like that. There's a sub-scale called no sissy behavior. That's what that means. Like no tears and stuff, different responses to women in pain and men in pain.
My last week, Kofi.
I think January. I ain't really sure. I just assumed this year, to be honest. I don't remember.
Would you be comfortable sharing what it was about?
I don't remember. I just made up January. I think I cried this year. I just don't remember when.
Nice.
So you cried?
Yeah, boy, January.
What's the last time you
I had a terrible freaking day. I had a terrible day. Everything was just getting wrong.
I have terrible days
It wasn't even a sad cry. I was just pissed.
And I sit and cry every week. Like,
I was just pissed and crying like, Jesus, peace, cross around me. It
was like
wasn't
real bad.
It was just like, It was a series of things that like.
It was the issue with the,
But it doesn't have to be real bad. What's that question?
It
It doesn't have to be real bad. You could get bite by a mosquito and cry. It'd be cool, B.
No.
Do you ever see one of your friends cry?
Yeah.
No, I had to console.
Why are you laughing? That's not
laughing.
funny. That's the thing. Like, guys, exhibit it.
Like, I had to laugh and console one of my friends when your mom was crying. Baby.
But it's quite
Alright, if you're... Can we go to some of the questions on the scale?
All right.
Yeah,
we get to that in a minute. But I cry before. I don't go on an issue with people crying. B. I don't think that crying is a negative response. I think it's a bad thing. This year, I had an issue. There was an issue in my family that yeah. So that was the thing, and I don't mind talking about it, but just because there's somebody involved, so I don't want to say it. But that had me break up, me. But the thing is, this is the thing.
Did you cry in public? That's also important. Did you feel okay expressing it in front of other people?
But
is that something that you would be open to?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not crying in front of nobody.
I'm not crying in front of nobody.
I hold that back. That's how I gotta get in the bathroom.
Yeah, hold that back like a stool, me.
Going down weak.
Break up.
We on flush the toilet when they're done.
But this is the thing, though, Kofi. We have to remember that I am not the most masculine person, right?
Have you met me?
Rasamano.
We're talking your own body right now.
I think between the two of you, my perception of you is that you're probably a little bit more masculine than he is on a
I'm agreeing. I don't
know. For real. Like you're more like I think you more fit the macho definition.
Oh no, I'm a bitch.
I think Kofi is more like fluid. No, stop.
You're not calling gender fluid.
No. Listen, I did not just say gender fluid. That's not what I said. I said Kofi is a little bit more fluid because I feel like you be kind of like, you know what I mean? You would just express yourself. Whereas Marcus, I think, would have a second.
Nah, he let me tears me.
Yeah. So,
you can do that. You can't show the people your stuff.
Listen.
Yeah, you just read it off.
Yeah, like,
you don't really let me for head punching people.
We was doing that since off there.
Yeah, exactly. We got a wall, no.
Y'all gotta step up.
Unless you gonna blow on my face or something, then anyway. But I don't think we see best examples because.
One more last week, right?
Yeah.
2014.
Randy, take that with you.
Rasamano crazy.
See what talking
Liar.
Yeah, it's great, bro. It's great.
Let's see what cry ready be.
But that's you cry,
it doesn't include like movies.
You cry?
It doesn't include movies. It needs to be like a serious emotional overwhelming response.
I think cry, Jay. You trauma, come here.
You cried?
Not me.
I didn't cry. I just screamed.
You trauma, man.
I remember trauma was in home.
I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know who you mean.
Wait, I'm confused.
This thing, man. This thing.
Ah, cool. Do you know my face? Do you remember?
You were saying. Wait, hold on. You were saying something more?
Nah, I just trying to think my last like
Yeah.
Oh. If you think right, let me know. But the thing is, me and Kofi, Andy, like stereotypical male.
I'm not a transparent male.
Listen, I don't like sports cars. I don't.
like
I
sports?
don't.
Wow.
I into arts.
You're not into football?
No.
You know, some people just buy a football team. The only reason why you want a football jersey, call my brother, who is a big football fan, bought me a football jersey. Which is to say, you're supposed to like this, put this on.
But you know what you think is? You know what's funny to me? A lot of people say like, when you grow up, you were socialized to that certain things are not for men and certain things are for women. I was not. Nobody ever told me that. I've never heard anyone say that. I've never heard.
But the point is that nobody has to tell you.
But even so, I don't think it was enough.
I get you. Everybody has a different.
It was in Wesley Hall. So
some men take those non-verbal cues a lot.
And I remember like making a teacher was cornering me a time because they felt a ball. And then pelt as far as the other man. My calling a girl in my way, and I am 26.
Okay,
this was 19 years ago.
But you believe in trying like a girl though?
Huh?
You believe in trying like a girl though?
You understand that you might quarrel me for trying like a girl, and you can look at me and ask me.
But do you believe that in such a thing as throwing like a girl or just having a bad throw?
I never thought about it. I guess you can't throw like a girl because there are girls that can throw better than men. But there is an average at an age that a girl can throw, and then there is an average at an age that a boy can throw. I can't find any. Like for instance, there's an average that a girl would run in 100 meters. An average that a male would run in 100 meters. So I was probably ball less than a girl like that. That's than the female.
Damn, Kofi.
I don't think. You see, I don't.
We need a bench scale. We need a bench scale though. Who's more of a bench between me and you?
Me? She's
I don't think so though.
I just think that I think that he fits the profile.
Comment below when I watch the comment.
Who's more of a bench? Who's more of a bench between me?
Also, rate us on a scale from bitch to 10. Well, a bitch being the bitch is.
But yeah, man, look. Yeah, I thought I said the same. But I gotta say that. But yeah, man, listen.
Can we answer some of the questions?
Oh shoot, yeah. Oh shoot, yeah, right.
I want a couple because I'm actually interested in what you guys have to say.
We're actually helping you with your thesis.
Well, I would have loved if you guys went to UE.
It's so damn hot in here.
That was my criteria.
What's great for that? What movie is that?
18 to 25.
Okay. So it says, themes are policy, belief, and moral, right? All right. So here this moral though.
Really?
Morale with the E.
Never mind.
Spelling is so gay.
Yeah, it is. No, the English.
I'm a bench for you. All right. Anyway, all right.
The English language is just ambiguous. That's all.
All right. So this for Kofi and Romar, right?
Yeah.
So
Marcus can answer it too.
the wife should have primary responsibility for childcare.
What do you mean primary? Wait.
Primary responsibility. You would still have responsibility, but she will have primary.
Basic needs, too.
No, it's my child. It won't be in that too.
So it'd be a
so you
joint.
change diapers and everything and whole work.
Yeah.
They're
mad at doing.
So yeah. Romar?
It's on our same page as Kofi.
In my focus group, that has some people from Jamaica and thing.
Oh, they don't want to touch that show. That's my thing.
If them not you feel touching them.
But this was on the other scale, the attitudes towards women scale. He actually, one of the responses was actually a lot of people feel like women are more catered towards that because they're born with a nurturing instinct and stuff like that. So they should have, you know what I mean?
My ex-girlfriend's mother always says, like, she has my ex-sister-in-law daughter. She used to be like, don't let your father beat you.
Don't let your father beat her?
Yeah.
Maybe because like she naked?
But I said that.
No, you feel anybody could look at me and tell me not to beat my daughter.
That's so weird.
Which is it's a weird thing to fight for.
That is an insecurity that I don't know.
It's a weird thing to fight for. Like, I don't want to be campaigning and let me beat my daughter.
Just thinking of things in a sexual way, I think that just ruins the innocence of a child.
Anyway, I think it depends on the relationship, but if I had to just go off of like just random people, I would say a wife would understand children a bit differently, more strongly than a man.
Yeah, but responsibility.
That's in the general sense.
I disagree with more strongly. I think differently.
I think more strongly only because she push out these babies. I would never understand what that is like.
Yeah, I understand. Like the woman, like a lot of people say, women fall in love with children even before they're here.
You know what? Let me flip that.
Dads have to fall in love with their children.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta learn them.
Exactly. But she feel it rolling.
Exactly. Like she understands the child's patterns and stuff.
I can flip that and say that responsibility takes more than just feeling. It takes sense. It got sense. Right. Some ways don't got sense.
Responsibility.
Some women here just
baby.
Boys should be encouraged to do things that boys usually do, and girls should be encouraged to do things that girls usually do.
Some people said yes, for sure.
But that's the thing. I think I can end up trying cricketball on my son more than my daughter.
Yeah, I think I would encourage, but if you don't like it, well then whatever.
Well, that was saying like encourage, because that's just I will buy toys. I will buy toy cars for my son. I will buy Hot Wheels for my son because if she wants Hot Wheels, she can get Hot Wheels. But I'm not going to go all my way and be like, here, daughter.
Yeah. Just to be progressive.
Here's son, Barbie.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if she goes in the store with you and she's actually like goes up to that and she like
right, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
that's cool.
Right. If she shows interest,
I'm not going to tell her don't buy that. That's for boys.
But cricket ball, like nobody really goes up in a store to a cricket ball. You know what I mean? Kids don't really gravitate towards that.
Yeah, my cousin, you know my cousin, he would do that. I'm pretty sure he did that.
Wait, so
I think you should just teach a girl how to throw a ball. And
really?
Yeah.
I mean, not that I wouldn't, but I'm saying that's not.
I work with children, and
I wouldn't
teach the girls.
I wouldn't equally hold those like to the same like level of importance with girls. If girls naturally like something, usually I'll probably gravitate to that. If she wants to do it, then yeah. But I want just to be progressive.
I wouldn't
give her
I don't think it's the same way for boys though. I think that boys are less encouraged and they're less courageous about gravitating freely towards something that they may like, which their dad has not introduced to them. Like for instance, a Barbie doll. They're not really gonna say. They're not gonna say. Yeah, they're not really gonna say.
Really? No, I grew up. But there was nothing like out of the ordinary that I wanted. I didn't want to play sports. I never really was a sports guy.
Did anybody push you though?
To play sports? No.
Same. I never played sports.
You guys had
but there's the idea that
somebody pushed you to play sports. Sorry, Romar, for cutting you off. But somebody pushed you to play sports.
That's just a.
I feel it's a myth. People don't be out there saying you must play sports because you're a boy. Nobody says that. That's
dumb. Non-verbal cues are a thing. Like I said earlier. And if you rewind the video, you can see it. Like I said earlier, there are a lot of things that are taught to us in terms of gender roles and gender norms. What things that you should be doing as a boy. Things that you should be doing as a girl that are not said to us.
How do you identify a nonverbal cue? How do you know it exists?
Because you see examples all the
time. How do you see
patterns? People don't patterns all the time. If you see the boys play marbles all the time and the girls are not, as a male, you will figure. You know what I mean? You want to first gain acceptance in your own group. Right. And what do humans do? They go and join the activity that's happening. That's how they, you know what I mean? That's how they make connections. Right. That's how they socialize. You know what I mean? Those things happen all the time.
I don't.
Those are non-verbal. Listen to what.
Okay, for example, but I don't think the non-verbal cues make much of a substantial difference in things.
Nah.
If I look at the friends that we got, right, the amount of friends I know that smoke, drink, play sports, like different, just like doing different things, blah blah. When they in the chat, when they in that chat, but when they in a group chat. When they in that. If when they in a group chat, all the men playing FIFA or whatever, I would just wait till the man done and then just talk about something else.
But Marcus,
I don't think it makes a substantial difference.
Exactly. The average, like, all right, let's say the average 10, like, 8-year-old male is not thinking that way. He's not thinking, well, I'm my own person. I'm not interested in that, so I'm not doing that.
But that's what I'm doing.
You ever met a young family member, like, recently?
Yeah.
The man immediately, like, a male, sorry. The man immediately went to you.
So he was 6, 7.
She?
He was 6, 7, yeah.
He immediately went to you as opposed to your sister or your mom.
No. He got a sister, so I don't know.
My cousin, he's the only child. When he comes over, like, the man just automatically assumes I can do what he want to do.
Yeah.
I live in a house of bare women. It's just bare women.
But those things are natural, and that's where you're supposed to get those sorts of cues from the older males or the older females within the society. That's how it works.
This might think about the non-verbal cue thing. How do you when do you know that it's a non-verbal cue as opposed to it's just you just have an inclination to do
When I say
something?
non-verbal cue, I just mean humans naturally pick up patterns.
Right.
That's what we do. We're
You mean
creatures
like
of
a
habit.
social reason?
Yeah, we naturally
So I
pick
see
up
men doing
patterns.
certain things. I don't want to do that.
Exactly. To gain acceptance within that community first, male community first. And there is you are different. No, I'm serious. You are different. And a lot of I find that a lot of people that I speak to, like you, I feel like you guys have had a completely different experience.
Marcus was in primary school playing hand games and
Pokemon actually.
Nice.
Check yourself.
You were that
Check
kid.
yourself.
But that hand game is a very good example.
Eric hand games versus
I never
versus
felt like
running
the
boat.
inclination to play a hand game. Never.
Right.
Because I just see
Right.
girls doing it.
Right. Exactly. And I was in a group you was trying to really assimilate in. You was just like, all right.
I was in remedial classes though, so I don't know.
But right, the point that I was dropping earlier was the point that I was dropping earlier, right? The when one was talking about when you go in the toy shop and the boy gravitate to whatever versus whatever. Like dolls, Barbies versus action figures. And then you see him
they
dolls,
are the same.
right?
They are
Barbies
both
versus action figures.
Action figures. No, I'm saying so-called action figures normally perform an action. Like I would have a Power Ranger doll that you suppress the middle and then the head will flip back and they become the human.
Listen.
Exactly.
My
A doll
Barbie used to
literally
talk. That's an action. Okay, she used to walk her
But
dog.
the average Barbie doesn't. The average Barbie is just like a doll. It's just a figurine. Just a.
But
Yes.
I had Power Rangers that didn't do
The average
nothing.
Barbie is
Yeah, I
doing
really
a lot
ain't
more,
know
okay?
that
I
A
had
lot more than that.
You just said what?
I had Power Rangers that
Oh, you
didn't
said
do
Power
nothing.
Rangers. You said Barbies, bro.
No, I had I had Power Rangers that ain't do nothing, that ain't used to make do things. I was playing with a doll.
And a lot of men. Would you like your son play with a Barbie doll if he wanted that?
What are you playing though?
That is the answer that I got
What's he playing?
so much.
He do it?
Like people
What's he
were
playing?
so. Like, for instance, would
Oh.
you let your girl try to play with a Barbie doll? Yeah. But would you let your boy try to play with that? What he doing?
But nah.
But that makes sense to me.
Nah, it doesn't.
That makes sense to me,
All
though.
with the doll.
But you know that boys and girls gravitate to different toys though.
Yeah, but I also think that they're marketed in such a way that they appeal to girls and they appeal to boys.
No, but it's because they gravitate towards certain things. Like they had a Hasbro toy that came out and they marketed it to both boys and girls, right? Equally. And they found that the girls were playing with it had in little dolls and they were playing with dolls. The boys were using it they had a part you could catapult things off it. And they was putting these dolls on it actually shouldn't. But boys and girls just
And
like
that
a
has to
different
do with
thing.
the different stimulation levels of females and males too, boys and girls.
My nephew, I guess in the dolls argument again, we had these little dinosaurs. He had this troll doll, and I can't think about it. And when he was younger, I remember playing with him. I thought this boy was possessed. This boy was just taking things and smashing into each other, keeping beer on necessary noise.
Boys like that kind of thing, B.
It's very true.
Yeah, so I mean, if my boy is acting differently, although I would embrace him, I will first be a bit hesitant to figuring out what it is he is thinking.
But then
Just
too,
let them move freely, man.
But yeah,
They'll
but
figure
it
it out.
also depends on when they watch on TV. I think that when a girl playing a doll, she's saying that she want to nurture, she want to care, she want to be mommy, she want to be like mommy. When a boy want to see him on TV, he see car driving fast, vroom vroom. This car got drive fast, vroom vroom.
Let me ask you a question. We had a conversation the other day. You would let your boy wear a dress if he likes dresses? Your little boy? Cool.
I would.
My expression.
No, not close to anybody.
I would. I actually
true
wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to sneak on a dress.
All right. Let me wrap up. How much time you got left? Is what?
About 5 minutes.
3 minutes. All right. Cool. Let me wrap up. After all these things I say, right? Because you know, if anybody can get heat, is me. Let me say this. I love the fact that we are putting development into women and money and attention and time, whatever. But we can't look at the irresponsible things that men do and yet not do anything on our part to develop them. We need to get some avenues in place to help men and guide men to know how to pick themselves off the straps, and then do something, and do something in your life and do something in society that's positive as opposed to negative.
I don't know why the ass I just remember. This would have been such a good point to bring up before. What do you feel about? We talk about putting the girls who wanted to be Boy Scouts. We spoke on that on this podcast.
Really?
No.
Yes, in the Boy Scout Association in America, there are girls that were saying we should be able to join Boy Scouts. I think you should have said that earlier when you should have said like they ain't doing even the things we're doing for men.
Which is true.
It's not supposed to be equal instead of the same equity thing because we don't. That Boy Scouts is the only thing I could think
I don't
of
think
that's
there's
for men.
anything wrong with having programs just for boys and just for
Right.
girls. I
Right.
think that's really
Yeah, we do.
important, especially in adolescence. I'm just gonna really joyful on that point because adolescence is where everything really is set in stone.
You
That's
gotta teach me to
it.
bathe and give me soap. It's
Yeah.
so
But no, you
home
bathe
bar
so
soap,
well.
huh?
You see?
I learned to bathe years ago. Like my mother did a really good job of teaching me to soap myself.
I ain't get to teach y'all to bathe. Child. How
You
come
did
they teach me none of them?
Give me a
I just had to pick sex. They just scrub all your places.
Yeah, boy.
But you were brave enough to do it and you knew that. That's
I
all.
hope so.
I was just scrub all the places. I said what I thought you were going to say. Just the special place.
Kamilah, thanks for coming through, and I hope that
Yeah,
the thesis goes well.
Thanks. I hope it goes
Any-
well
anything,
too.
Anything you want to plug? Like anything? Any socials? Anything? You sing?
me?
Anything? You can follow you on what?
You can follow me on Instagram at Queen Kamilah. KWEEN KAMILAH.
I follow you.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like
You do photography?
like comment a dot
Wait,
under our
wait,
page
wait,
so that I can know who you are.
wait.
from.
What she know say? That's not what tag you in
Queen
any
Kamilah.
story. That's not what
And
tag
I also have another page, Just Queen.
you. Right.
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
Also follow us.
yeah,
Yeah,
follow
no
these
podcast.
guys.
Right.
Oh, can I do the thing?
Pointing
Their socials
Right, yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything is gonna come out.
Also, Green Shanty Productions.
Yeah.
If you want a jingle, a song you want build, you just want breeze it with Romar for a little bit.
We should work though.
And the Pops Radio Show, Pops to the people.
Remember-
Hot Night 5.3,
Remember
8 to 9 on Wednesday.
Listen to the
I'm
man
going to room for the
please.
screen, but if I add them during this video,
Listen to
it's
the-
probably
listen to the
probably
last
the show.
thing.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I tried to watch YouTube on Marcus' face all of a sudden in a commercial. I was like, what
I don't like the amount of
Yes.
promoting that's getting by the way. That's really annoying. For me, I don't like when things
I
up in your
ain't
face.
getting that much. But it was weird to see a Beijing YouTube commercial.
What?
Yeah, I
That's
saw
cool.
a Beijing Twitter commercial. I was like, yeah, Ken Breeze. This is INO podcast.
Look, the interview for going on too.
Going on. Right,
Check
going
Gainon
on.
magazine.
This is messy.
Gainon.com. GINEON.com. I got an interview there. It's the mouth of Marcus Myers. That's a crazy name.
I love
That is
that
a
title
crazy
so
name.
much. You wanna know why? Because he's so abrasive and just direct and everything. You are a mouth.
I think I'm sweet actually. I think I'm quite nice.
You're what?
Sweet and nice.
No, please.
Wow.
I don't think.
This is the INO podcast. You were off of that. I got it.
Thanks for watching the INO podcast, information, knowledge, and observation.
Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at INO Podcast. We'll see you soon.